Yes.
It truly was. We talk about it. We need to make plays. We went over some things. We talked about a lot of coach speak, a lot of, we talked about as simple as tying your shoe. Things that some people don't think about, we've got to think about at times. We went over this last minute play right drive on Thursday before we ended our practice. I have to remind myself that's what we have to do with some of these young guys that haven't played a lot of games. And so those turnovers are big. We try to preach turnovers, and I was happy for us. It kept the momentum, and it was a big one by Bo to shift the tide on a couple of plays that they made for us in the run, or they made against us in the run game, and I think that swung the game for us.
And then, and then that last drive there at the end, you guys break up the pass there to win the game. How's that feeling? Like, how did you describe that as a coach, to see that ball hit the ground and see the clocks of zeros there?
1-0 in the district, right? That's our entire goal is to make the playoffs. We have a big test ahead of us next week, and I told our kids it really doesn't matter. It's our district play and how it goes. They're a good football team here. I think that they're going to be one of the people in the district. I think that we have the ability to be in the district. We have to do things to get better, but we want to be in the hunt for a district spot in the playoffs.
That sounds good.
Kyle Irwin is a hero at the field goal at the end. How comfortable were you sending him out there? What's his range typically? And take us through that late game sequence.
It should be longer than that. It's about 35. He hit a 35-yarder earlier this year. And we want to kick, I think that separates us in Class A is that we have the ability to kick field goals. And I think it did. We botched a couple of snaps, but our job is to kick field goals, and I think that's a difference maker in Class A football personally, and most Class A schools can't line up that field goal and kick. So,
your defense, especially in the first half, was really stout against the run. Tell us a little bit about the game plan coming in and how important that was to be able to stop their running attack.
Yeah, we want to make teams one-dimensional. We've got to get better at stopping the pass. But we want to make teams one-dimensional. If you make teams one-dimensional, they become predictable. They don't have enough pass plays in their repertoire usually to do different things. And we have to do that in order for us to be successful.
Brendan Monahan's obviously a special athlete, and you guys use him in a lot of different ways. How valuable is that, not just to have his athleticism on the field, but his vast array of skills?
Really, he's a special player. I hope he can do just about anything he wants: track, baseball, football. It's kind of his choosing. Personally, I'd like to see him play football because I think he could be really special. He does a little bit of everything for us. If he could throw it to himself and kick to himself, I think he'd like to do that. But he has, in order for us to move the ball offensively, we have to move him around to different spots. We have other weapons. Gooble's played a little bit. He's coming back from a little bit of a knee injury. You saw what he could do at different times carrying the football, and he's got to continue to step up for us. But, yeah, Brendan's just a playmaker. I mean, that's all I can say about him, and we've been very fortunate here to have a lot of them.
How much did it help that you guys had played in a tight game last week? You came out on the short end of a game that you probably could have won, and this week you pull it off.
I think it does. I think that we're a young football team. Even though I've got a few seniors that have played a little bit. Our seniors haven't played a lot of games. I talked about with the coaches before of we got to teach them how to tie their shoes, and we went over that late game scenario there about 3 or 4 times on Thursday before the end of practice, and I think it helped our understanding and things like that. So,
you guys have a lot of quality pieces in addition to Monahan. Do you feel like you're kind of scratching the surface, or still kind of trying to gain some feel for what you ultimately can do? Yeah,
we want to keep adding. We want to have a good foundation of running the football, and then we're going to expand from there. Owen Marshall had a nice game tonight, asking him to do a little bit more as a sophomore quarterback. I've been really hard on him the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks about him becoming better. And he threw the ball in the money tonight, made some really nice throws. He reverted back a little bit a couple times, but he's only a sophomore. He started sophomore quarterback. I started sophomore or junior fullback. We're a young football team making some young mistakes, but he's going to be a great player. And like I said, his ability to grow will be as much as our offense can grow.
The third quarter, you guys really controlled it, outscored them 13-0, really dominated the time of possession. Were some big adjustments made at halftime, or just kind of a motivational thing, or what kind of helped flip things for you?
Made a couple adjustments. They found a couple things that we were doing defensively. which was our game plan to come back and be able to do some things. Talked about seizing the moment, having faith in one another, and playing for each other. And young teams got to learn to do that, and I thought we did that tonight. Took a big step forward in doing that. So that's basically was the biggest adjustment, was just having faith, start play for each other.
Last thing, Coach, you guys bring back a lot of key pieces from a team that, you know, this is a program that has a lot of great tradition, and I'm sure the players are hungry and motivated to put a really strong foot forward with that experience they have. How does this kind of help build some momentum for what you want to accomplish?
You know, it truly does. We talk about, I'm going to sound coach talking. We just want to compete in the district. This is our first step in competing in the district, and we're going to continue to get better as a football club. That's what we do at St. Albert, and teach them the game of football and get better at it. And I've been here for a lot of it. I've been here since 2005, and I've seen some really good teams. I've seen some teams that weren't as good, but like I said, these guys want to do well. They want to represent St. Albert the right way. So,
nice win, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate it.